to find out the mean of the grouped data. This is part 2 of our learning by Python. See, this Excel sheet has got two variables, value and frequency. Say the numbers is 15, 25, 20, 25, 18 and their frequencies are given as 5, 2, 3, 4, 6. We know how to calculate the mean with Excel. Just multiply 15 by 5, 25 into 2, 20 into 3, 25 into 4, 18 into 6 and then add up and then you divide it with the sum of the frequencies. But how to do it with Python? Let me open Python by searching Anaconda, which I have already downloaded and installed. Anaconda Navigator. We don't need Anaconda prompt, but we need Anaconda Navigator. I will start it. And when I start, it will take some time to start because it works under background under many commands, and then I get this window. From this window, I will go down and I will select Jupyter to launch. This will take some time to start. But when it starts, it will start along with the Chrome or it will start with the Edge. Okay, now it is going to start. When it has started, from the right side, it is written upload new and we need Python. Click on the Python. Python will start. Now, this Python has started in Jupyter. Now, as told in part 1, we will import a few packages. The first package is we import pandas as PD, import numpy. Numpy is very important package as NP. We can also import math. We can run it just by clicking on this. We can run it. So it will give us the next line. We have to upload that file which we have already created in Excel, and we will create a variable. Let us say our variable is df and we are going to read the file. We are going to read the file pd dot read dot underscore CSV. Now I have saved that file test1 as CSV. Now we are to read that file and we have to write down the name where our file is. We have to write down the name and location of that file. I will show you. I have saved that file in desktop. I will show you how you can get the path of that file. In the desktop, I have test1. I will right click on this test1, which is my file. I'll go to properties, and in the properties, location is given as C user Sachdeva desktop. I will just copy it here, paste, and then I will write it here test1 test1.csv. Now, if we give this, it will not work properly. Reason is because in some coding, they don't accept the forward slashes. You will have to write down forward slashes double, here also double, 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 and then it will read the file. Otherwise, you can reverse the slashes. You can reverse the slashes by simply writing R, before giving the path. Just write on R and you will see whether this reads it or not. I will just run the command here. Now I have already run it. Now I will write down here df. Let me see whether this df, which I have created a variable to store my data file. Let us see df. Yes, it has come. Value, frequency, whichever we have written there, and this. Now our main purpose is to find out the mean. So what I am going to do, I am going to create another variable. Say my another variable is value. My other variable is value because this variable will store the values of df, the data frame which we have created, the variable which we have created in which our data file is lying. So we will take up our value, that is first column. We will take up the value df first column, whole list, which we will give it as a command as dot to list dot, not this one, this to list. Similarly, we will write down frequency. We will write on say fr, or we can also say fq. This is another here. Now in this case, we will take up frequency, FRE, just frequency, the column name which we have already given, and that also to list. Now these two have been created. Now let us see what happens now. I will remove this df now. Okay, I will remove this df now, and I will say run this cell. This cell has been run. Now this has been created. Now I want to see what is the value. What is value? Now I will run it. I can run it singly. I can run all these have been created into an array. Similarly, fq will also be created as an array. That will be there. Okay. Now we are to find out mean. So I am going to define mean, just underscore, within this value come fq, value with the fq, and what it will return? It will return what it will return? It will give me re. I will write it here, return. What it should return? It should return, it will take up the command from np, that is numpy, np dot average, within bracket value, and the weights will be equal to fq. weight will be equal to FQ. Weights will be equal to FQ. And I want mean underscore value underscore my mean of what, which I have already defined, FQ. So when I give this command, it will give me the mean. So I will run everything again. I will run everything again. There is no need, you can run only that part, but I will run it, and it is giving me the mean as 19.65. So you have to learn the new commands. First, I am going to read the file in a variable or in an array. In an array, pd.read underscore csv, and I am going to write down the path of that file, test1.csv, which I have created it. But before that, I will write R, because R reverses all the slashes back, which pandas will be able to read. Value is equal to df value to list whole up to the whole whatever we have got the rows, whatever rows we have got, that will come into this. Frequency df frequency to list, and then this value and frequency we can write it. Otherwise, there is no need to write. You can even delete it, or if you want to see originals, you can see that. And then you have to write define mean of value and frequency. See, value has got all the values, frequency is this, but return, it will give me the average of value with the weights as FQ. So I can run this and work on this. If you wanted to write properly, you can also write down print mean of grouped data is, then write down comma, this is inverted comma, words will be printed as it is, and now this mean underscore value, you can write it like this also, comma FQ. Let us run this. It will give mean of the group data is 19.65. You can also write it like this. Practice it. Practice I'm also going to write in the description all these commands. You can work on this and then find out the mean of various numbers. Thanks. This is part 2 of the learning by Python. Thanks for watching. Wait for the part 3. You may submit your research work at Journal of Global Economy, rcssindia.org. Your work is evaluated by peers with double-blind methodology. You will get comments for your work. Thank you.